Today is the last day. We're going to deliberate, hopefully, today. I have no idea what could come up, what can come up. It always seems like there's something.
There's always something.
That's a nice looking shirt, Vanessa.
Thank you.
It's true, with your eyes. Gorgine.
Guys, big news. Lone Pine director canceled. Guess he called some bitch sweetheart or something like that. Can't do that.
Not only going to have people who are on the fence, but we're going to have people who are on opposite sides of the fence. It has to be unanimous, so makes me a little bit nervous. The fact that I have to stand up and deliver the news that at the very least one person is not going to like to hear just kind of gives me butterflies a little.
Do you feel persuasive?
No, because I come in at this unbiased, so no, I don't feel persuasive because I'm not trying to convince anybody of anything. I don't know, man. I'm also new. I don't know what I'm doing, man.
I don't really have the responsibility because I'm not on the jury technically, so I can kind of zone out.
Which way are we leaning? What's everybody feeling?
I don't think the defendant is liable. That's me.
I think he is. I think the defendant's liable.
I feel that the defendant is not liable.
How are you feeling, Noah?
I feel the same way.
Do you have anything you want to support that with? Todd, how are you feeling?
Not liable.
Inez?
I think the defendant is liable.
It feels to me like they're both liable, which means she didn't prove anything.
My 30-year face reading experience is the fact, and he is liable.
Face reading?
Yes, I do face reading.
So where are you?
I'm here with Barbara. I find them both liable.
He only made yellow.
Okay.
But they said that he also
no, they
poopied.
said the other. If you say void your bowels, it means poop.
That's visual. I
Bowels
can
is
see
poop.
that coming out.
I'm not trying to talk about poop all day. He used the bathroom on himself, okay?
Yeah.
He did say he emptied his bowels. He didn't say what that meant.
We're not supposed to be talking about chemicals anyway because the judge said to strike it.
What I won't disregard is the fact that when Lonnie and I were at the factory, we pointed out that there were very clearly some barrels moved, but it is very possible that those barrels were moved up into that room because they knew we were coming to eliminate that odor.
People can't even get on the same page when you order lunch. It's hard to get everybody on the same page about this.
So you're saying people can't change?
He had many opportunities to change. He has not shown that he is changed.
I've been teaching for 10 years, and I know hundreds of Trevors. They have goals and they have dreams and stuff, but they're not going to accomplish that unless they learn from their consequences. If we, as a group, find him liable, he learns from that. I think we're doing him a favor.
It's not about tough love, it's about the facts.
It's about facts.
Did the plaintiff supply enough evidence in your guys' mind to prove that Trevor was negligent?
If you've been fired from all these jobs, then that's for me, I'm already sold. You're guilty. You're guilty.
As the employer, I am always responsible for my drivers. He has never seen her at the factory. Does she even know what's going on?
What does that mean?
Yeah, what does that mean?
It means she's not running her business right.
I would like to know what his blood alcohol content was. I mean, he tells us that he was drinking the night before. We know that for sure. So was it a very, very low amount, and does that reflect? Or does he have a 0.1 blood alcohol content? Was he drinking that morning before he went to work as well, too? To me, that's very, very relevant to the case.
What's up, bailiff?
There you go.
If his blood alcohol content was very high, that means that more than likely he was drinking in the morning before he went to his shift, which would have shown us that, maybe he was drunk and maybe that's how this whole thing happened. According to the toxicology report, his blood alcohol content is 0.011. Going off my own past experiences, this is nothing. This is him drinking the night before. That corroborates his story that he was not drunk.
That blood alcohol level, that's the determining factor. The smoking gun, as they say.
Being at the whiteboard, writing everything out, it just felt like the right place to be. If I'm going to be leading the conversation, I needed to be in a position to lead. A human would have to have intervened in order for that machine to not shut itself down.
Are you kidding me?
Oh, it was you.
He didn't see Trevor show up to work that day.
Oh my God.
I'll be done. Sorry. Done?
Mr. Schiller, he didn't see him at his workstation. It's his workstation. He's admitted to being there. So I think that he was the one who entered the information wrong. What Lonnie and I noticed, directly across from his station, there were 2 rings right here. He specifically said that these tanks had been moved, and Lonnie and I did witness this. When we went upstairs, there was a back room. very, very, very heavy chemical smell. If Trevor really was such a problem, probably was negligent on their part for even keeping him around for this long. Why would you take these barrels up those stairs to just stash them in this room? To me, that doesn't add up. This exists. So this is what changed my mind. But it was speculation until Trevor testified. When he told us about his unsafe working conditions, about his stuff being moved that was near his station, that put everything together for me.
But I would assume that they have chemicals at a printing factory.
Wait, can we do an anonymous vote? Because he keeps.
No, you're not making your own decision.
He's like not even listening.
I'm
and
totally.
it's starting to piss me off.
I'm saying what I believe. It just happens to be also what my girlfriend.
No, you gotta make your own decision. James, can we borrow your hat?
You gonna sell it on eBay?
So we got one person on the fence. Without naming any names, we'll open this to the group. I made it a point to not single that person out because we did an anonymous vote. I don't want that person to feel like they're going to be attacked if they spoke up.
If you speak, it doesn't mean you're the person that said liable.
You say we take a break. Boss, half hour, 45, full hour?
How is it going? How long do you think this is gonna take?
We've gotten really close, and I don't want to put a number on it. I don't want to put a date on it.
I mean, I hope it's over as soon as possible.
And I feel the opposite.
Ross, he's the one.
I think he's doing this because he wants us to stay here. It's a little bit not fair, but I love him. But but I think he's doing this because he doesn't want to go home, because he's going back to heartache. So.
Too aggressive. This is about self-love.
Can you talk to Ross? You know he's gonna listen to you. We're never gonna get out of here if you don't get through to him.
I don't want them to feel like they're being forced to change their mind just to go along with the group. At the same time, we also have to talk about the facts and evidence of the case. We can't, bring our personal feelings into this. I don't know if that's what's happening. I'm sorry for what you're going through, man. I can only imagine. That being said, regardless of whatever outcome we come here, whatever decision we come to, we're always going to be a family. We're always going to be there for each other. It's just like you said there, we've formed some strong bonds.
I just don't know.
This is affecting somebody's life right now. Like, this is really going to affect his life. So, we've got to come to a decision.
I just really like hanging out with you guys. Okay, so if we can just stretch it a little bit. Listen, I got nothing going on at home.
I think you got to set our feelings aside. And again, I'm sorry, man. I can only imagine. But we've got to get this finished.
All right, let's take another vote.
Not liable.
Oh my gosh, we did it, guys.
I'm humbled to think that just a lowly alternate, an understudy, if you will, made the greatest impact of all. Was hiring those fake paparazzi to come here and make a scene.
What? Are you serious?
Sequester for nothing?
Yeah.
You an asshole.
Has the jury reached a verdict?
Yes, we have, Your Honor.
Would you please give the verdict to the bailiff?
To the charge of negligence resulting in property damage, no personal injury, we find the defendant, Trevor Julian Morris, not liable.
Okay, foreperson, could you come up here with the verdict? Take a seat here. I just got one more formality. Can I see the verdict, please? As I said weeks ago when you first entered this courtroom that this was the last trial of my career, what I didn't tell you is it's also the first, because I'm not a real judge. And you're not a real foreperson. This is not a real case.
What?